You are allowed to move out only after the convocation ends. A very good afternoon to the esteemed guests present here. Before we begin with the ceremony, may I request you to kindly turn your cell phones and other gadgets to silent mode, please. Convocation is a formal event. During the presentation of graduates, we do encourage you to express your appreciation and pride by applauding, but also request you to maintain due silence to preserve the decorum of the Sankirtan event. I am required to make an announcement here. Our director, Professor Rahul Banerjee, has had to leave the event urgently due to the sad demise of his father. Professor Manju Dhariwal is the acting director today, and she will be presenting the annual report of the Institute on his behalf. I welcome you all at the 15th Convocation of the Element Institute of Information Technology. The academic procession is about to enter the Convocation Hall. I request all the degree recipients and the guests to please rise and keep standing till the invocation is over.
Let us kindly remain standing for invocation by our students.
शिव विष्णु गजानन जिन चरणों को सेवते सूर्य ब्रह्म शिव विष्णु गजानन जिन चरणों को सेवते हम शिशु हैं अज्ञानी माता इन चरणों का प्यार दे वीणा पानी तार दे तार दे तार दे माँ सरस्वती शारदे माँ सरस्वती शारदे 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 शारदे
Thank you. Everyone, please be seated.
Esteemed Chief Guest for the occasion, Professor Milind Tambe, Honorable Acting Chairman of the LNM IIT Governing Council, Shri Prabhadas, respected members of the LNM IIT Governing Council, members of the faculty, staff, graduating students, their families and friends, ladies and gentlemen. A hearty welcome to the 15th Convocation ceremony of the LNM Institute of Information Technology, Jaipur, being organized in hybrid mode today. Your gracious presence in today's event is notably meaningful for us as we present our graduates with their degrees and celebrate their achievements and accomplishments. It is my privilege to now introduce to you the distinguished chief guest for the occasion. Professor Milind Tambe is Gordon Mackay Professor of Computer Science and Director of Center for Research in Computation and Society at Harvard University. Concurrently, he is the Director, AI for Social Good at Google Research India. Professor Tambe is a graduate from BITS Pilani, India, and completed his PhD from the School of Computer Science at the Carnegie Mellon University, USA. A fellow of the Association for Advancement of Artificial Intelligence and Association for Computing Machinery, Professor Tambe is a recipient of the IJCAI, International Joint Conference on AI, John McCarthy Award, AAMAS ACM Autonomous Agents Research Award, AAAI Robert S. Engelmore Memorial Lecture Award, the Informs Wagner Prize for Excellence in Operation Research Practice, and the RIST Prize from the Military Operations Research Society, USA. For his outstanding work on AI and public safety, Professor Tambe has received the Columbus Fellowship Foundation Homeland Security Award and honors from the US Coast Guard, the US Federal Air Marshal Service, and the Airport Police at the City of Los Angeles. His extensive list of honors also includes Okawa Foundation Award, RoboCup Scientific Challenge Award, IBM Faculty Award, and Best Paper Awards for over 25 times at conferences such as AAAI, AAMAS, IJCAI, and others. Professor Tambe's work focuses on advancing AI and multi-agent systems for public health, conservation, and public safety, with a track record of building pioneering AI systems for social impact. This includes application of AI in global scale anti-poaching efforts as part of the PAWS Project for Wildlife Conservation and applications of AI game theory for operational security to optimize resource utilization. Sir, the LNM IIT is truly dignified with your presence at this convocation today. A very warm welcome to you as you join us in online mode and bless our graduates and address them with your convocation speech. It is an honor for me to introduce to you the esteemed chairman of the convocation ceremony, Mr. Prabhudas, the CEO and Managing Director at the HPCL Mittal Energy Limited, who is the acting chairman of the LNM IIT Governing Council. Having served in the Indian Administrative Services for over 25 years, he possesses a vast and wide-ranging experience in administration and management. Prior to joining HMEL, Mr. Das has served as the Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Government of India, wherein he was instrumental in implementing the auto fuel policy, strategic storage, and several initiatives in oil diplomacy. He has been on the board of Fortune 500 companies such as Indian Oil Corporation, HPCL, Mangalore Refineries and Petrochemicals Limited, and Engineers India Limited, to name a few. Mr. Das holds a BTech honors from IIT Kharagpur and an MBA from the Southern Cross University, Australia. Sir, the LNM IIT is exalted with your presence at this convocation today. A very warm welcome to you. May I now request Shri Prabhudas to declare the convocation ceremony open.
This convocation of the LMN Institute of Information Technology, Jaipur, has been called to confer degrees upon the candidates who have been certified to be worthy of receiving the same. I hereby declare the convocation open.
Thank you, sir. I request the Chairman, Convocation Ceremony, and the Chairman, Acting Academic Council to felicitate the meritorious candidates of our institute and award them the medals of achievement.
Let the candidates for the award of the Director's Gold Medal, UG Chairman's Gold Medal, and the Best BTech project be presented.
Madam, I present Samyak Jain, roll number 17 UCC 074, who has been declared winner of the Director's Gold Medal UG for the year 2021 for having graduated with the highest CGPA of 9.71 out of 10 in the graduating class. Samyak Jain, please. Madam, Bhavya Parikh, roll number 17 UEC has been declared winner of the Chairman's Gold Medal for the year 2021 for having achieved excellence in multiple facets of student life, including but not limited to sports, cultural, and academics in the graduating class. Bhavya Parikh, please. Madam, Kumar Manas, roll number 17 UCS 081, and Mohit Zindal, roll number 17 UCS 091 for BTech project work on low complexity video compression for fixed focus cameras done under the guidance of Dr. Preeti Singh were adjudged as the best BTP by the Academic Council amongst all the BTech projects across all the programs. The project carried out a novel compression method specifically for videos recorded from fixed focus cameras. It uses image difference techniques to gather information about the motion of objects across frames and utilizes this information to determine appropriate macro block modes. Experimental results showed that the proposed approach can achieve good compression while reducing the computational complexity. They deserve a big round of applause, please.
Thank you. I request the Chairman Convocation Ceremony, Mr. Prabhudas, to deliver the presidential address and inspire the graduating students and the audience.
Thank you. Good evening, good morning. Chief guest for this convocation, Professor Milan Tambe, members of the Governing Council, distinguished invitees, graduating class of 2022, faculty, staff, students of the LMN IIT. It is indeed a pleasure to welcome all of you to this 15th convocation of the Institute. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the graduating students, their teachers, especially the family members and the friends. I'm sure today is a day of mixed emotions for the students and the family members alike. On one hand, there is a joy of reaping the reward of years of hard work, and the other hand, there is a sadness of leaving behind old friends who have helped you get through these difficult few years. Convocation speeches are meant to give you one last set of issues to think about before you are let loose into the real world in search of success. Let me take this opportunity to share with you few of the lessons which I have learned. Okay. So first, teamwork is the foundation of leadership. Teamwork is the foundation of leadership. Students, as students, we receive a lot of encouragement to showcase individual brilliance. However, out there in the real world, you would find it hard to survive if you do not learn how to work as a team. Pele, you all know, once said, no individual can win a game by himself. Second, your learning does not end here. The learning does not end here. Education is the key to lasting success and freedom. Cultivate the hunger for education in your lives and the lives of those around you. We live in an age where digital technologies have reduced information asymmetry and thus offering individual freedom to access multiple avenues for learning. Read through ebooks, take up short-term courses, take up online courses. A lot of them are available for free. This is the only way you can stay relevant in the ever-changing fast world. Third, life is not fair. Learn to deal with it. Life is not fair. Learn to deal with it. We all face challenges. At times, life treats us unfairly. However, life is full of examples where people without education or those born into war-torn, impoverished background who could have complained about the life being unfair, but who instead chose a different path. They chose to overcome the odds and to leave the world better than what they found it. Regardless of the challenges they faced, they had the character to choose contribution over complaint. We should learn from them and count our blessings. Fourth, work smart and not just hard. There are only 24 hours in a given day. So working hard is not enough. Learn to work smart to get the best out of every minute. Plan your work in advance. Have a clear focus on your objective right from the start and set deadlines. Learn to be result-oriented rather than effort-oriented. One of the things I normally quote is, best is the enemy of good. The last one, the most important, is spare time and respect to your parent and families. Spare time for your parents, families, and friends, and give them respect what they deserve. They are the one who are really will celebrate the success once you have achieved. Let me come to LM and IIT. I must congratulate the directors, each of the faculty members, each of the non-teaching members for the excellent job they have done over the years. The Governing Council has recently considered, under the guidance of Mr. Lakshmi Mittal, who is the chairman of Governing Council, to take up a project called Millennium Mission Quantum Leap. Mission Quantum Leap. We have a plan to invest over 400 crore rupees in next 5 to 7 years. This will be, to start with, we are having a center called LM and IIT, International Center for Artificial Intelligence. And we are going to best available talent in the world to guide us in LM and IIT. This has happened because of the excellent work which you all have done over the years, and we have been able to convince Governing Council, especially the chairman, to take this initiative. So thank you very much. Let me also welcome our chief guest, Professor Milan Thambe. You have all heard his introduction. We are very grateful to you, sir, for accepting to give us this convocation address. I truly applaud your contribution in the field of artificial intelligence and computational game theory. We look forward to hearing from you on this occasion. And the last, let me also once again congratulate all the students who have got the degree today, all the parents, and all the teachers who have contributed to get these degrees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening address. Your words have always motivated our students and everyone with energy and rigor to achieve greater heights. Due to an unfortunate incident at his family today, our director had to leave the event on a sudden call, but we do have a short recorded video of his, which we will now play, in which he blesses the graduating students and encourages them and guides them towards a bright future ahead.
Hello and welcome to the 15th convocation of the LNM IIT Jaipur. It is so good to see that many of you would be attending this convocation along with your family members. As I understand it today that more than 900 participants will be there in this specific convocation, while many of the other attendees would be virtually joining us from wherever they are. Taking advantage of the technology's availability, we wanted it to be flexible, and therefore those of you who could choose to come and could make it to campus, we have enabled that, and those of you who would, for a variety of reasons, whether due to travel restrictions or your job or internships elsewhere, may have chosen to connect and join this convocation from your respective places. We have tried our level best to take care of that also. Hope this event of your life would lead to a new beginning when you, as the LNM IIT graduate, would do things which would be deeply satisfying to you and would make your family, friends, and your alma mater proud of you. Thank you.
I now invite the Acting Director, LNM IIT, Professor Manju Dhariwal, to present the annual report of the Institute.
Honorable Chairman of the function, the distinguished Chief Guest, Professor Milind Tambe, esteemed members of the Governing Council, members of the Academic Council, other learned colleagues, guests, friends from media, and my dear graduating students and parents of the graduating students. A very good evening and a warm welcome to the 15th convocation of the LNM IIT Jaipur. Today we are privileged to have a very accomplished researcher, academicians, technologist, and business leader, Professor Milind Tambe, as a chief guest. Professor Tambe is director of the AI for Social Good at Google Research India. He is also the Gordon Mackey Professor of Computer Science and Director of Center for Research in Computation and Society at Harvard University. Dr. Tambe's research focuses on advancing AI and multi-agent systems for social good. He is a recipient of the International Joint Conference on AI, John McCarthy Award, ACM Autonomous Agents Research Award from AAMAS, that is Autonomous Agents and Multi-Agent Systems Conference, AAAI, Robert S. Engelmore Memorial Lecture Award, Informs Wegner Prize, the RIST Prize of the Military Operations Research Society, and Christopher Columbus Fellowship Foundation Homeland Security Award, and International Foundation for Agents and Multi-Agent Systems Influential Paper Award. He is a fellow of the AAAI and ACM. He has also received meritorious team commendation from the US Coast Guard and LA Airport Police and certificate of appreciation from US Federal Air Marshal Service for pioneering real-world deployments of security games. Professor Tambe received his PhD from the School of Computer Science at Carnegie Mellon University. It is a matter of delight and inspiration to have Professor Milind Tambe joining us on this occasion. In this convocation, a total number of 489 students are graduating, out of which 452 are receiving BTech, 5 students are being awarded MTech degrees, 23 students are being awarded MSc degrees, and 9 students are being awarded PhD degree. It gives me immense pleasure to announce the Chairman's Gold Medal, which has been earned by Mr. Bhavya Parekh of Electronics and Communication Engineering. The Director's Gold Medal for UG program is being awarded to Mr. Samyak Jain of Communication and Computer Engineering. This year, the Best BTech Project Award has been won by the team of Mr. Mohit Jindal and Mr. Kumar Manas. They worked on project titled Low Complexity Compression for Fixed Focus Cameras under the supervision of Dr. Preeti Singh. My heartiest congratulations to all the medal winners. May you earn more laurels in the years to come, serve humanity through your knowledge, and make your parents, alma mater, and the country proud. Today, it is indeed a happy occasion for all of us here to see so many bright young people entering a new phase of their life as they have portals, as they leave portals of this institute and explore new opportunities that await them and challenges that they would have the privilege to conquer. Let us all wish them a happy and meaningful life ahead. It is a pleasure and privilege to briefly present to you an account of the progress made by the LNMIIT in the recent past. While the LNMIIT was founded in the year 2002 as a joint initiative of the Lakshmi and Usha Mittal Foundation and the government of Rajasthan, with its first batch comprising 29 students in communication and computer engineering. At present, it has 2,275 students pursuing the diverse UG, PG, and PhD programs. Our current programs include BTech in CCE, ECE, CSE, ME, and MTech in CSE and ECE, as well as 5-year BTech MTech dual degree programs in ECE and CSE. The institute also offers MS by Research in CCE, ECE, and CSE, MSc in Physics and Mathematics, and PhD in all areas of its operation. In the academic year 2021-22, against the total sanctioned intake of BTech, BTech MTech, MTech, MS by Research, MSc and PhD programs, 10,122 applications were received for the admission from the aspirants across the country, as well as 21 from abroad. In all, 645 students were admitted. The selectivity of the UG program is 6% in the academic session 2021-22. Out of these 645 admitted students, 590 students in UG program, 37 students in master's programs, and 18 students in PhD program are currently enrolled in all. Catering to the demands and requirements of the industry and need of the times, the institute offers programs with several elective courses of contemporary flavor. The courses are designed and regularly updated by faculty members in consultation with experts from industry academia, and research laboratories according to the industry needs and emerging trends. Teaching guidelines are duly circulated to the faculty as well as to the alumni to provide broad guidelines towards course planning, teaching learning evaluation, and grading of the courses. The system also ensures that sufficient flexibility is provided to the teachers to award grades according to their logic and justification. The process and results are transparent. It is a pleasure to share with you that the LNMIT founder and the chairman of the LNMIT Governing Council, Mr. Lakshmi Nivas Mittal, has recently approved an ambitious 7-year, 4,000 crore rupees project under the Mission Quantum Leap. He has himself come ahead to make a major philanthropic contribution to this project of an amount that exceeds the total financial grants provided by him since 2002. This project shall span over a 7-year period. It aims to bring about transformation of the LNMIT into one of the best research universities in its domain of choice, with distinctive focus on quality research, best-in-class teaching learning, and a significantly increased deep industry engagement and collaboration in several current and new areas of relevance to the nation and the society. As part of this project, we intend to diversify into several important areas, no longer just engineering, where there is a clear need and demand. Several new programs in new areas would be designed, introduced, and curated, as well as all existing programs would be carefully reviewed and enhanced in due course of time for providing a purposive, modern, and rich set of programs with desired level of rigor, but with the best degree of flexibilities in terms of choice of courses, movement across programs, multiple entry and multiple exit points, as well as addition of fresh in-campus, on-site, online, and hybrid learning programs for a range of industries and also for government. More details shall be shared with you in due course of time. In the first phase of this ambitious project, the Institute would create a world-class, modern, multidisciplinary center of research and development that would be likely known as the LNMIT International Center for Artificial Intelligence. This would be housed in a new, modern, multi-story, smart and green building that the founder chairman wants to become a major landmark on the campus and hopefully in the country by both its design and functions. In total, during the first 2 phases, a 480,000 square feet of academic and research space would become available for housing several research laboratories, faculty seating spaces, seminar rooms, meeting areas, lecture theaters, a few staff rooms, a library space, a convention center, a mini gym, and a cafeteria, apart from a few lounges and collaboration spaces. After getting prior approvals from the designated local governmental or environmental bodies, we intend to complete this work within 24 months post-approval. The chairman has also suggested to preferably maintain 40% or more green space and become more energy efficient. Consequently, Institute plans to systematically increase its faculty strength to more than 300 over the next few years, alongside introduction of new programs, reorganize the administrative structure, retrain or reskill existing staff, and add required number of highly skilled, trained professionals in select areas of staff support as per projected need in phases. A part of this project, another 100 acres of land is planned to be acquired to double the campus size and create amenities, including new residential. The institute would have roughly double number of faculty, staff, and students, including those who would be in off-campus locations of industry. Number of PDFs and PhD scholars is expected to be at about 1,800, all inclusive, at 1:6 faculty doctoral student ratio by the end of this project. The Department of Computer Science and Engineering, along with Center for Cryptography, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics, organized the prestigious 22nd International Conference on Cryptology in India during 13 to 15 September 2021 under the aegis of Cryptology Research Society of India. Alongside IndoCrypt, the second international workshop on post-quantum cryptography was also organized on 10th to 11 December 2021 in collaboration with IRT System X France, the University of Luxembourg, Belgium, Pondicherry Central University, and Bosch, India. The CSC department and C3C STF Center also organized 4 Atal faculty development programs on cybersecurity, digital forensics, and cybercrime, blockchain, and cybersecurity. The 4th International Workshop on Multimedia Applications was organized during March 14 to 19, 2022, with a focus on machine learning in multimedia systems. The department also organized the LNMIT Distinguished Lectures by Dr. Sriram Rajamani, MD, Microsoft Research India, and Dr. C. Mohan, previously a distinguished scientist at IBM Almaden Research Center and a visiting professor in NUS. The department signed MOUs with Celebral Technologies and Episource India Private Limited for collaboration in joint research and industry projects, internships, and to support academic activities with industry perspective. In the past year, the CSC faculty members published more than 15 papers in international journals and international peer-reviewed conferences. The petaflops supercomputer with support for AI and deep learning framework has been acquired. CSE M.Tech student Deepa Tilwani was selected as a research specialist in Artificial Intelligence Institute, University of South Carolina. Ms. Ishita Mittal of Y19 batch was applauded for her exemplary performance in the Geoffrey Hinton Fellowships Hackathon held in May 2021. Another Y19 batch student, Mr. Apur Srivastav, got selected by the OPIA Foundation through Google Summer of Code program. In the Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, 9 new faculty members have joined. 20 research papers, 1 book chapter in highly reputed journals, conferences, and publishing houses were published. ECE faculty members also attended 20 faculty development programs and other similar events to keep abreast of the latest developments in their individual fields or specializations. The department organized 2 Atal FTPs. The department has come up with a state-of-the-art M.Tech curriculum in ECE with specialization in wireless communication and network engineering. The department has an ongoing collaborative project titled IMT 2020 Simulation and Evaluation with Shiv Nada University, Amrita University, and 5GIF COAI, with industry partners being Qualcomm and Ericsson. Scula Superior Santa Ana and the LNMIT entered into a MOU to promote cultural and technological cooperations between the 2 countries in the domain of information and communication technologies. Garv Tambi and Michelle Singhal of Y19 were selected in Google Summer of Code 2021. This year's Chairman's Gold Medal winner, Bhavya Parekh, published 1 SCI journal and in IEEE SMC 2021. A team mentored by Dr. Nikhil Sharma won gold in Wintex by Indonesia. In the Mechanical Mechatronics Engineering Department, faculty members published 15 papers in peer-reviewed international journals and 8 papers in international conferences and book chapters. The department has started a new program, Minor in Robotics and Automation, from the academic session 2021-22. The department is planning to start another program, BTech Honors in Robotics and Automation, from the next academic session. Dr. Mohit Makkar received grant under Unnat Bharat Abhiyan by the Ministry of Human Resource and Development, Government of India, for establishing a contactless sanitizing tunnel in a nearby village and to bring awareness among people about COVID-19 and necessary precautions to prevent its spread. Many students from the department have made noteworthy achievements. Manas Vyas Y18 secured the third position in the elevator pitch competition at the ASME Fest Asia Pacific 2020. Jahanvi Budania and Nipun Jain Y18 got selected among the top 30 students in Industry India Conclave quiz held nationally. Several expert lectures and seminars were organized by the department, including one entitled Design of Ecosystem for Continuous Innovation, senior by Dr. A. Bonjo, Senior Research Engineer, Stanford University, USA. A third lecture on advancements in robotics and control was delivered by Professor R.K. Mittal, expert talk on industry safety. Another expert talk on supply chain management and waste elimination was delivered by Mr. Rakesh Cholkar, Senior Vice President, Operations, Sigma Electric Manufacturing Corporation Private Limited. Faculty members of the department have also been actively attending faculty development programs throughout the year. 2 faculty members and 3 research scholars have joined the department recently. The Department of Mathematics has conducted a series of invited talks by eminent academicians such as Professor Bimal Roy, ISI Kolkata, Professor Sudhir Bharpade, IIT, and Professor M.K. Kadalbaju, Department of Mathematics, LNM IIT. The department has also organized a Wonder Symposium on the occasion of National Mathematics Day 2021 through hybrid mode. The event was organized under Bodhyan, the LNMIT Mathematical Society. The keynote talks were delivered by Professor S. Keswan, Professor Anish Ghosh, and Professor M.K. Kalbaju in the Symposium on National Mathematics Day. On the National Science Day, Department of Mathematics organized a seminar on an optimal error estimate of an IMEX finite element method for some partial integral differential equations arising in finance by Professor Kadibaju. On the occasion of International Pi Day, Department of Mathematics organized a seminar on glimpses of ancient Indian mathematics by Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay, Ramakrishna Mission Residential College, University of Calcutta. In session 2021-22, 4 students joined the PhD program and 8 students joined the MSc programs of the department. Center for Mathematical and Financial Computing has been established with the Department of Mathematics as anchoring department. This center is also supported by DST FIST. This year, department received a grant of 17.5 lakhs under the DST FIST program. Also, a SERV metrics project has been awarded to Dr. Harsh Trivedi. Further, the faculty of the department has published 16 research papers in peer-reviewed national, international journals, besides presenting their work in conferences. The faculty members in the Department of Physics are actively involved in research. At present, the Department of Physics has laid focus on the PhD as well as master's program. In the year 2020-2021, 11 students joined the MSc program. Currently in the department, 5 externally funded national and international projects are in progress. In the last academic year, the faculty members and the PhD students published more than 20 scientific papers in highly reputed international journals. According to a survey done by the Stanford University, USA, on the basis of highly cited research publications, Professor G.D. Sharma has been listed among the top 2% of the world's scientists in the research field of applied physics and material science in 2020 and 2021. Department of Physics has organized series of lectures by eminent scientists from all over the world, from academic institutions of Australia, Canada, Israel, South Africa, and Spain. The Department of Humanities and Social Sciences has been actively involved in knowledge creation and knowledge sharing activities. HSS organized an invited session on careers in the social sector and has started monthly seminar series involving faculty and research scholars of the department. The faculty members and research scholars participated and presented their research papers in various national and international conferences and published research articles in journals and edited volumes of repute. In April 2022, the department is organizing a three-day international conference titled Cultural Trajectories Through Language, Literature, and Media. Two faculty members jointly received first prize in the Asia Pacific Conference on Nursing Science and Healthcare held in December 2021. In order to encourage quality graduate level input and quality performance at the master's and doctoral's level, the Institute provides fellowships to the students according to the applicable rules. Several scholarships and assistantships have also been instituted to encourage merit and support the needy students. The Institute provided more than 2.40 crore as fellowship, scholarship, and assistantships to the students during the session 2021. Details are as follows. 1 crore 41 lakh 32,459 rupees as fellowship to PhD MTech students. 19 lakh 5,000 rupees as merit scholarship to 20. Under the schemes, the idea was to promote quality research by waiving off tuition fee of the PG, PhD students on account of outstanding publication of their research. A total of INR 1,44,600 was waived for 5 students. During the last year, 2 new scholarship schemes have been instituted. One is Vandana Jain Merit Scholarship. Our alumnus from the Y04 batch, Mr. Saurabh Gupta, founder and chairman, Neutrino Group, supported the institute with the endowment fund to start this scholarship. One scholarship of rupees 50,000 per semester is to be given to an academically bright student purely on the basis of merit. Award of the scholarship will be to the student with the highest CGPA from all the UG batches. Vijay Bhatnagar Scholarship is also being instituted. Mr. Vijay Bhatnagar, former member of a governing council and former CEO, ArcelorMittal India Limited, supported the institute with the endowment fund to start this scholarship. One scholarship of rupees 25,000 per semester for a girl student is considered. This scholarship will be given to an academically bright girl student who has CGPA 8.5 or above. Public announcement systems have been installed in all the hostels for emergency and other urgent announcements. The Institute has in the recent past signed 6 new MOUs, 3 international and 3 national MOUs have been instituted. In keeping with its vision to encourage innovation, the Institute has created specialized centers to reinforce research, teaching, learning, and entrepreneurship activities in a set of focused areas of contemporary relevance. These centers seek to evolve as innovation hubs that would facilitate research and entrepreneurship in LNMIT and many other institutions in the vicinity and beyond in the coming areas. The Alumni Association strives to ensure the growth of the LNMIT community by providing the platform for interaction between alumni, students, and faculty, and highlights our esteemed alumni's achievements from time to time. The LNMIT Alumni Association has proposed the Distinguished Alumnus Award from the current academic year. This award will be given to alumni in recognition of their achievements in their respective fields of expertise. The requirements and eligibility criteria for the award will be notified in due course, and the awards will be presented from the next academic session. The LNMIT organizes various workshops and training programs, either by itself or in partnership with external experts and organizations to benefit faculty, staff, and students. In the academic session of 2020-21, 32 workshops, seminars, invited talks were conducted for students and faculty by various departments, student chapters of ASME, SAE, ACM, and IEEE, apart from student gymkhana covering multiple topics. 15 workshops, 11 professional development administrative training programs, and 5 FTPs were conducted by the Institute for the faculty, staff, and students. Our students participated in 9 inter-college competitions. Our students have brought several moments of pride through their achievements at international, national, and state levels. Manas Vyas got second place in the elevator pitch competition ASME E-Best Digital held in April 2021. Janvi Budania secured second position at IAC ISF 2020 Kaun Banega Udyogpati mining quiz held in December 2020. Advik Singhania finished stage 1, which included deploying an Android app in AWS and making a portfolio website in January 2021. Stephen Vincent, Himanshu Kumar, and Gaurav Gupta as a team by the name Bong Cloud secured AIR All India Rank 42 in the 2020 ICPC Asia Gwalior Pune regional contest. They also secured All India Rank 72 in the 2020 ICPC Asia Amrita Puri preliminary round and AIR 91 in the 2020 ICPC Asia Amrit Puri regional round on August 2021. Doleshwar Raj of the team Atrangi Pankar has won Gold Track of the Year in Rock category for the track Ho Gai in the 50-hour music challenge awarded by Indian Film Project. Advik Singhania has successfully contributed as script writer of Code 2021. Sunidhi Sharma has completed Summer of Bitcoin 2021. Shruti Sharma received 100% scholarship under the top 50 female applicants by Talent Sprint Women Engineers Program supported by Google. Vipul Khandelwal got 56th rank globally in Tech Gig Code Gladiators 2022 final. Our faculty members and students have been performing exceptionally well in various spheres and bringing laurels to the Institute. While the list of achievers and achievements is long, I would like to mention a few of these here in the interest of time. Professor Mohan Krishna Padalbaju was recognized as Honorary Rosalind Member of London Journals Press by London Journal of Research in Science, Natural and Formal. Dr. Kusum Lata was Faculty Fellowship recipient in VLSID 2020, 34th IEEE International Conference on VLSI Design and 20th International Conference on Embedded Systems, IIT Guwahati, and she was also awarded Faculty Fellowship recipient in 5th IEEE International Test Conference, India, held virtually. Dr. Abhishek Sharma became Secretary Technical Committee, IEEE City Application Specific CE for Smart Cities. Dr. Saurabh Kumar Pandey received runner-up award, Wilkes Award 2020 for DOA-based event localization using uniform concentric circular array in the IoT environment. And Dr. Preeti Singh and Dr. Kusum Lata became IEEE senior members. Over the years, the Training and Placement Office involving the Training and Placement Officer and the Student-Driven Placement Cell in consultation with industry and select alumni have worked hard to significantly improve upon year-on-year placement statistics alongside enabling internships. Coming to the UG and PG 2021 graduating batch placement statistics, 56 companies visited the campus for placements and 49 companies offered internships. This batch's highest salary is Indian rupees 58.85 lakh per annum. The average salary is 11.36 lakh per annum, and the median salary is over 8 lakh per annum. During the last academic year, 396 students registered for placement and 380 got placed in various companies and industrial establishments, whereas 252 students have been offered semester-long internships. The placement percentage for the year is 95.9. In addition to this, 19 students have been offered higher studies opportunities by various universities and therefore chosen not to sit for placement. Students at LNMIT have been showing zeal in taking up higher education from premier institutions in India and abroad. To name a few, Namrata Ruchandani, Jaladi Shivardhan, Radha Sai Urpesh joined MS in Northeastern University, Boston, US. Arihan Jain joined MS in the Cardiff University, Cardiff, UK. Jaswant Reddy Tokla joined MS in Stony Brook University, New York, USA. Perasani Tharun joined MS at New York Institute of Technology, New York, US. Abhishek Thakur joined MTech at National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. Harsh Mundra joined MTech in National Institute of Technology, Calicut. Kaushik Anup joined MTech at National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. Ankita Shreya Bhattacharya joined MBA at XLRI, Jamshedpur. Neeraj Balabhadrani joined MBA at NMIMS, and Akash Panwar and Anil Kumar joined PhD at LNM IIT. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you for presenting the Institute report, Madam. I now request our distinguished chief guest, Professor Milind Tambe, to deliver the convocation address, please.
Thank you. I'm going to use a presentation, if that is okay. So I hope this is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible, please.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It is indeed a great honor to be invited to the graduation ceremony of LNM IIT. I'm extremely grateful, and I was delighted to hear the report and all of the wonderful accomplishments of the faculty and students. I want to begin by congratulating all of the graduates, congratulating all of the families. I must say, what a great launch pad you have for launching your great careers into the future. I was also delighted to hear the lessons that Mr. Prabdas pointed out. These were wonderful lessons for you to take into the future. Today, I'm going to talk to you about my specialty, which is artificial intelligence. I have been studying AI since 1986, so it's been quite a few years, and I thought I share with you some of the ideas I have about AI. I was delighted to hear about the big center for AI that will be started at LNM IIT. This would be a massive investment in doing AI work, and I'm just thrilled to hear about this AI center. So as you go to the future, you will find that AI will touch your lives in your profession, in your daily life. It's everywhere around you. But as we think about AI, what exactly is artificial intelligence? There is no single definition. In fact, we can informally say that AI refers to computer systems that solve problems requiring intelligence when done by humans. When I started research in AI, it was a small academic discipline. There was no textbook. We just read some papers. There's not really an academic discipline. It was very hard to explain to anyone what research I was doing because nobody understood what AI was. But today it is dominating news headlines. It's all around us. If you have a Google Assistant on your phone or Alexa or other AI assistants, that definitely is AI. If you watch Netflix movies and you get recommendations, that is AI. Text scanning, that is AI. For whatever controversy, when you have facial recognition, that is AI. If you call Uber or Ola and see route planning being done, that is AI. If you have translation services that you use, that is AI. In short, AI is all around us. But with this success of AI, there's also concerns that have emerged. There are concerns that AI will be used in robotic soldiers, in weapons, and this would cause, and in fact, there's a movement to try to ban AI in autonomous weapons. But this is clearly a major concern that AI will lead to the end of humanity by construction of these robot soldiers or other weapons of destruction. There's concerns of us humans being thrown out of jobs and mass unemployment because of AI. There are concerns about fake news, about misleading news, and about bias, bias where our existing discrimination based on race, religion, or other factors would all get exacerbated because of AI. So there are all these concerns about AI all around us. The question is, do we want to even continue with development of AI given all these concerns? It is for this reason that for the past 15 years, my research has focused on AI for social good or AI for social impact. The idea of this work is bringing AI for the benefit of those who have not benefited from AI. Of course, all of us want to achieve social good, but in AI for social impact or AI for social good, we want to see that impact immediately rather than waiting 10 years or 20 years. We want to see this impact demonstrated with AI on the ground at present time. We want to focus on those populations which are marginalized or endangered, and in general do not have the economic power to bend AI research for their own benefit. This may include endangered wildlife. This may include marginalized communities, such as people experiencing homelessness and others. In my own research, we have focused on AI for public health, for public safety, and conservation. Allow me today to present to you a couple of projects that we have engaged in to talk to you about the kind of benefit AI can bring to society. My goal here is hopefully to show you that AI can indeed be beneficial. And hopefully, as you go into your future professions and launch into your amazing careers, you can think about how you may be able to use AI for the benefit of society. In all of this work, we work closely with communities, with nonprofits, and with government organizations. Listed below are logos of several of the nonprofits that we have worked with. The first project I wanted to highlight is one that we've conducted at Google Research India. And it is AI to assist health workers. This is focused on maternal and child care. United Nations has a sustainable development target that by 2030, the maternal mortality ratio, that is mothers dying before childbirth, during pregnancy, or during childbirth, should be below 70 per 100,000 live births. If you look at where we are today, given the United Nations target of 2030, a few years ago, India's numbers in terms of maternal mortality ratio were more than 100. United States also is at 20 or so, which is much worse than Western Europe. So what this means for us in India is that a woman dies in childbirth every 15 minutes. 4 out of 10 children end up being too thin or short. We are very fortunate to be working with a nonprofit called Arman, which works with 26 million beneficiaries, mothers in India, and is present in 19 states in India. We are very inspired by the founder of Arman, Dr. Aparna Hegde, who in her lecture points out that pregnancy is not a disease, childhood is not an ailment, dying due to a natural life event is not acceptable. So with these inspiring words, we launched into a collaboration with Arman to see how AI could bring benefit to help the work that Arman does in local communities. One of the programs that Arman has is called M-Mitra. It's a weekly 2-minute automated message to new or expecting mothers. So mothers who enroll every week will get a call. There's 141 such voice messages in Marathi, Gujarati, Kannada, whatever. And so the message might be something of the type, you are 3 months into your pregnancy, you should use this health supplement. Or your baby is 3 months old, enroll them in this government program. Arman has shown that mothers who listen to these messages, these 140 messages, get significant benefits to their own health or the health of the babies. In fact, 2.2 million women have enrolled so far in M-Mitra. We had the pleasure to visit with Arman. We were very grateful that they took us to their sites, to the sites where these mothers are enrolled in hospitals in Mumbai, and to the locations where these beneficiaries live. I grew up in Mumbai, and therefore it was important for me to see firsthand where Arman's beneficiary population lives and the kind of service Arman offers. And this was extremely eye-opening in terms of the difficult situations that the mothers face. So given these M-Mitra program, given this M-Mitra automated messages, where do we come in as AI researchers? So unfortunately, whereas a lot of mothers enroll in the program, a significant fraction of these mothers may become low listeners over time. They may enroll, but they may drop out of the program. So Arman has these limited intervention resources. They have a call center from where they can call these mothers, live call rather than an automated message, to persuade them to stay in the program, to continue to listen to their M-Mitra messages. The problem is, with such large number of beneficiaries, millions of beneficiaries, and a small call center, how can you target the mothers who should receive a call to stay in the program? You cannot call everybody. Which mother should you call? This is where AI comes in. We want to understand which mothers are at risk of dropping out of the M-Mitra program. If we can know ahead of time who's at risk of dropping out, we can give them a service call before they drop out and thus have them remain in the program. So we have data from the Arman program in terms of demographic data at the time of enrollment, age, education, income level, etc., as well as the amount of content that the mothers have heard from a Mitra program. So we have all this data from the communities that Arman works in. So given all of this data, then we can create clusters. We can figure out groups of mothers of similar age, income level, education level, etc., who are at a medium risk of dropping off, or which mothers in terms of age, income level, education level, etc., are high risk of dropping off or low risk of dropping off. So given these clusters, when a new mother joins the program, we can then predict which cluster she belongs to, and therefore the kind of risk we face of this mother dropping out. Thus, we can identify mothers who are at high risk of dropping out and give them a service call, and thus prevent them from dropping out of the program. In a recent field study with 23,000 beneficiaries, we showed that the AI was able to improve engagement by 30%. That is to say that from their original program, it was able to cut the number of people dropping out by 30%. So this success has really encouraged us to now apply AI on a wider scale in Arman. We were delighted to hear Dr. Aparna Hegde say that because of the work that we have done with them with AI, that we are able to reach out to more and more women each week and get them back into the fold and save lives because of AI. There's a wonderful YouTube video, if you're so inclined, to see our work in terms of AI for social good in partnership with Arman. If you find, I praise this video more for the talented individuals who created the video. In the video, you will also see mothers who have been helped by AI. For example, this mother who says that I will follow all the advice and take good care of my baby. This is a mother who was identified by AI, and health workers had her stay in the program. Our goal now is to transition this software to Arman, to make it available to all the beneficiaries across the 19 states that Arman is active in. In fact, by 2023, we hope that we will be able to assist Arman in serving 1 million mothers in allowing them to improve their own health and health of the babies. So this is one project. A second project I wanted to highlight is one that we are doing at Harvard, and this is related to protecting endangered wildlife. So here we want to arm rangers with AI. The work's focused on protecting endangered wildlife such as elephants. As you know, a lot of these species are under the threat of poaching. Poachers who indiscriminately kill elephants, rhinos, tigers, and essentially they are wiping out these magnificent animals from the face of this earth. This is a picture from Uganda, from Queen Elizabeth National Park, which I visited some years ago. So poachers lay these traps, wire traps, by the thousands to try and maim and kill this wildlife. Rangers, so this is a map of the Queen Elizabeth National Park, and rangers will have to search looking for these traps. And you can imagine there are hundreds of rangers, thousands of square kilometers of these parks. And for the rangers to search for these traps, looking around in these parks is not easy. It's extremely difficult. So the question is, can AI help? Could we arm rangers with AI to help them find these traps? In fact, to that end, we have built a system called PAWS, Protection Assistant for Wildlife Security, to predict where are the poaching hotspots, to predict where traps may be set, so that before the traps kill wildlife, we can remove them and protect wildlife, and to prescribe where to patrol, anticipating poacher reactions to patrols. So you can imagine taking the Queen Elizabeth National Park, in fact, that's what we do, and divide it up into 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer grid square. And our goal then is to predict out of these thousands and thousands of square kilometers, which small number of precise grid squares have a high risk of being poaching hotspots where traps will be set. So we're trying to predict among these thousands of grid squares, which grid squares may carry traps. We have 10 years of past poaching data in terms of ranger patrol frequency, animal density, distance to rivers, roads, and villages for each grid square. And based on that, we now predict poaching hotspots. These are some pictures of me and my PhD students in Uganda, where I just discussed. We patrolled with the rangers in Malaysia, in Cambodia, in Indonesia, and other places, trying to understand how rangers function and to see what help we can give them. And this being on the ground is really important to understand firsthand how AI can assist the rangers. In fact, for example, this is a picture from Malaysia, from Bhatnagar area, where we learned that rangers don't just walk in straight lines in a grid, but have to walk along ridge lines and riverbeds, because that's the way you walk in this very hilly region to conserve energy. So having built this AI system, the first pilot test we did was in Uganda. So we were asked to predict areas where rangers had not patrolled before, to predict where traps may be set in new areas. So we selected, using AI, these two areas which are shown in green. The red dots that are shown in the Queen Elizabeth National Park are the ones where traps had been found before. So you can see that the green dots do not overlap with the red dots, meaning that we are asking the rangers to go to completely new areas that they have not patrolled before. And we say that if you patrol these areas, you're going to find traps. So we've predicted these new areas. So rangers patrol these areas for a month, and every day they would send back a report on what happened during that day of patrol. Initially, as they patrolled those green areas, which are these 9 square kilometer areas shown by green dots, there was nothing. So we thought maybe the AI system had made a mistake. But it turned out that afterwards they found a poached elephant with its tusks cut off. We were too late to save that elephant, but at least the AI system was helping the rangers go in the right place. Next, they found this elephant snare roll, this roll of traps for elephants, which they removed. So poachers were active in these green areas. They were killing elephants, but before they could kill the next set of elephants, fortunately, the set of traps was removed, and thus potentially we saved lives of elephants. Then a whole set of traps for antelopes was removed. Following this success of this pilot test, we conducted extensive tests in Queen Elizabeth National Park and Murchison National Park in Uganda, and Sri Pak Wildlife Sanctuary in Cambodia. In each case, we identified 24 areas which were infrequently patrolled by the rangers. We predicted some of them to be high risk, more snares would be found there. We predicted using AI, some of them will be low risk, less snares would be found. And so we asked the rangers, having made these predictions, to go and test by patrolling. And what we found is where the AI predicted there was high risk, indeed, more snares were found. Where we predicted low risk, less snares were found. And so what this shows is that AI is able to accurately identify, predict in advance where there will be traps set by poachers, and rangers can then remove them and help protect wildlife across the globe. The success of these tests has led us to deploy this software, for example, in this Sri Pak Wildlife Sanctuary in Cambodia. These are pictures of rangers identifying these traps. From 100 snares per month that were found in 2018, Once pause was deployed, you will see that the number of snare captures jumped more than fivefold. The pictures shown are actually from the success that the rangers enjoyed after pause was deployed in removing traps. Today, pause is going global to 800 national parks around the globe. We are collaborating with SMART, which is a software consortium of World Wildlife Fund, Wildlife Conservation Society, and other wildlife conservation organizations across the globe. We have integrated pause with SMART. What this means is rangers around the globe can download our software and get help predicting where poaching hotspots might be so that they can remove traps or snares before those kill wildlife. Today, in fact, we have begun tests in Belize, in Zambia, in Vietnam, with organizations such as Program for Belize, for Panthera, and Save Vietnam Wildlife. So those are two projects that I wanted to highlight. And in doing so, I wanted to highlight to you research on AI for social good and use of AI for social good. I want to tell you that AI has tremendous potential in improving society and fighting social injustice. To that end, it's vital to bring AI to those who have not benefited from AI, and also to embrace interdisciplinary research. AI researchers or AI itself cannot solve these societal problems without collaboration with social workers, with conservation scientists, and others. So as you go into the future, as you encounter AI, my message to you is think about how AI can bring benefit to those who have not benefited from AI. Yes, AI brings with it risks of bias, of misinformation, of unemployment, and saving ourselves from AI in terms of autonomous weapons and others. But there's also the good that we can achieve with AI, and I hope you will see you will be able to use AI towards good in your future careers. So that's the message I wanted to give you. Again, congratulations for your great success. Congratulations to all of the families. Congratulations to LNM IIT. And thank you for inviting me. Thank you to all of the speakers for their wonderful talks. Thank you, Mr. Das, Mr. Prabh Das, for your wonderful lessons. Thank you. With that, I'll end my presentation.
Thank you, Professor Tambe, for this insightful address on the applications of AI, how this indispensable technology of today and tomorrow can benefit the society, help social good and social justice, save human life as well as animal life. We are indeed enlightened with your address today, and I'm sure the students have a lot to take home from your talk. I now invite the Dean, Academic Research, to present the candidates.
Let the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy be presented.
Ma'am, I present 4 candidates in person, 4 candidates in virtual mode, and 1 in absentia, who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that each of them be admitted to the said degree. Shweta Gupta. Monica Jain, Rageshwari Munderia, Sumit Pokhriyal, Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, now I present 4 candidates in virtual mode. Dharminder, Saurav Rana, Narendra Khatri, Surendra Devchand Barewar, Ma'am, one candidate is not present in physical or virtual mode today and requests that C be admitted to the degree in absentia. C, having satisfied the requirements for the said degree, is considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that C be admitted to the said degree in absentia. Thank you, ma'am.
Let the candidates for the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering be presented.
I invite the head of the department, Computer Science Engineering, to present the candidates.
Ma'am, I present 4 candidates in person who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that each of them be admitted to the said degree. Ayushi Jain, Naini Pandey, Ankita Sharma, Shri Krishna Bansal, Thank you, ma'am.
Students and audiences, we would appreciate if you encourage the graduating students, all the degree recipients, with clapping and cheer.
Let the candidates for the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering be presented.
I invite the head of the department, Electronics and Communication Engineering, to present the candidates.
Ma'am, I present one candidate in absentia who, having satisfied the requirement for the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering, is considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that she be admitted to the said degree. Ma'am, the candidate is not present in physical or virtual mode today and requests that she be admitted to the degree in absentia. She, having satisfied the requirements for the said degree, is considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that she be admitted to the said degree in absentia. Thank you, ma'am.
Let the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Mathematics be presented.
I invite the head of the department, Mathematics, to present the candidates.
Ma'am, I present 9 candidates in person, 2 candidates in virtual mode, and 3 in absentia who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Science in Mathematics, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that each of them be admitted to the said degree. Akash Pawar. Anil Kumar. Girja Malav. Manoj Kumar. Manoj Sen. Shyam Sundar Saini. Siddharth Jangid, Vijay Pal Badia, Vikas Badia. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, now I present 2 candidates in virtual mode. Suraj Kanu. Tanuj Bhargava. Ma'am, 3 candidates are not present in physical or virtual mode today and request that they be admitted to the degree in absentia. They, having satisfied the requirements for the said degree, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree in absentia. Thank you, ma'am.
Let the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Physics be presented.
I invite the head of the department, Physics, to present the candidates.
Ma'am, 3 candidates are not present in, sorry. Ma'am, I present 3 candidates in person, 5 candidates in virtual mode, and 1 candidate in absentia, who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Science in Physics, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that each of them be admitted to the said degree. Punit Sharma. Ria Saluja. Vishwendra Singh. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, now I present 5 candidates in virtual mode. Devendra Singh Rathore. Dhiraj Saini. Raghav Chaudhary. Vashisht Sharma. Yash Batra. Ma'am, one candidate is not present physical or virtual mode today and request that she be admitted to the degree in absentia. She, having satisfied the requirement for the said degree, is considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that she be admitted to the said degree in absentia. Thank you, ma'am.
Of the candidates, the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Communication and Computer Engineering be presented.
I invite the head of the department, Electronics and Communication Engineering, to present the candidates.
Ma'am, I present 64 candidates in person, 7 candidates in virtual mode, and 1 in absentia, who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Communication and Computer Engineering, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that each of them be admitted to the said degree. Abha Sharma. Ashish Lamba. Abhay Gupta. Abhijit Misra. Aditi Chaturvedi. Aditya Sharma. Akash Sharma. Akhil Sharma. Akshat Gupta. Akshat Jain. Aniket Jain. Ankit Yadav. Arushi Maheshwari. Ashutosh Sundriyal. Athar Sharma. Damandeep Singh. Deepak Kumar Singh. Devans Rastogi. Dharmesh Poddar. Harsh Kumbhat. Harshil Janwar. Himanshu Sharma. Hina Gupta. Jayesh Batra. Keshav Taparia. Kush Chaudhary. Preeti Karir. Kushagra Agrawal. Laksh Sharma. Mohit Kataria. Mohit Sharma. Nikhil Gogia. Nikhil Srivastava. Nisarg Jain. Nischal Sharma. Ojasvi Sharma. Paki Mangal. Pranay Kothari. Urvi Mandot. Rachit Kawar. Rashi Gupta. Rishabh Sanchetti. Ritwik Singhal. Rohit. Saksham Khandelwal. Sanchit Agarwal. Sarthak Kanodia. Sarthak Khare. Saumitra Pandya. Surbhi Agarwal. Tanmay Gwaleria. Tapish Gupta. Utkarsh Khandelwal. Utkarsh Kulshrestha. Vasudhara Shukla. Right. Vatsal Manish Bhai Malavia. Vidhi Saini. Vishal Agarwal. Yash Agarwal. Anubhav Natani. Anushrut. Kritagya Kumar Chaturvedi. Samyak Jain. Shivam Saluja. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, now I present 7 candidates in virtual mode. Mohit Mittal, Abhishek Choyal, Arpit Malwat, Ketan Agarwal, Evelyn Kaur, Suman Kumar Chaudhary, Vaibhav Gupta, Ma'am, one candidate is not present in the physical or virtual mode today and requests that he be admitted to the degree in absentia. He, having satisfied the requirement for the said degree, is considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that he be admitted to the said degree in absentia. Thank you, ma'am.
Let the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering be presented.
I invite the head of the department, Computer Science Engineering, to present the candidates.
Ma'am, I present 152 candidates in person, 21 candidates in virtual mode, and 11 in absentia, who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that each of them be admitted to the said degree. Samiksha Jain. Ayush Kumar Mishra. Abhay Arvind. Abhimanyu Gupta. Abhinav Mittal. Abhinav Tiwari. Abhishek Agarwal. Aditi Tang. Aditya Sharma. Akagra Gupta. Akash Jalan. Akshat Agarwal. Akshat Jaiman. Akshit Devpura. Aman Raheja. Amitesh Acharya. Amol Pratap Singh. Anirudh Joshi. Anish Agarwal. Ankita Shreya Bhattacharya. Anmol Pankaj Garg. Ansh Mehta. Ansh Mittal. Anshul Jain. Anshul Kiawat. Anupam Shah. Anurag Agarwal. Arihant Jain. Arnab Amalan Sinha. Arpit Agarwal. Arthak. Ashish Kumar. Ashish Vyas. Avi Mukhija. Ayush Gupta. Ayush Kumar Jain. Bhanu Pratap Singh. Bhavya Garg. Bhavani Singh Katot. Daksh Balyan. Dev Pancham Purohit. Dhruv Gupta. Divyanshu Gera. Eklavya Singh Shekhawat. Gaurav Goyal. Gaurav Gupta. Gautam Bhatia. Geet Agarwal. Geet Chaudhary. Hardik Jain. Harshit Garg. Harshita Nagpal. Hemant Jinkar. Himanshu Agarwal. Himanshu Mishra. Himanshu Vijay. Hani Agarwal. Rishik Joshi. Kabir Seth. Kanishka Jain. Khushwant Ramchandani. Kopal Chakravarti. Kumar Manas. Madhur Jain. Mahiman Bissa. Manish Meghraj Chaudhary. Manthan Vijay Vargiya. Mohammad Ariz. Mohit Jindal. Mohit Tiwari. Naman Jain. Naman Kumar Garg. Neeraj Balabhadruni. Nidhi Varde. Nirmal Singh Rajawat. Nishchal Goyal. Nisha Goyal. Nishit Gupta. Panchin S. Ganeriwal. Paridhi Vijay. Parth Jain. Patel Parth Rakesh Kumar. Pavan Kumar Jain. Payal Gatani. Piyush Chalani. Piyush Chaudhary. Prerak Kothari. Miss Princey Garg. Priyam Khandelwal. Pulkit Mathur. Purv Uday Singh. Rachit Jain. Rachna Vivek Tiwari. Radhika Shah. Raghav Nanda. Rakshita Jain. Ritayu Chattopadhyay. Richa Agarwal. Rishabh Chaturvedi. Ritik Bansal. Ritik Mishra. Rivanshu Goyal. Johari Rohan Manish. Ruchika Kumar. Sachin Katiyar. Samrat Kedian. Samyak Samantare. Sanchit Singh. Sandesh Singhal. Sanskar Bindal. Saurabh Kishore. Shantanu Kumar. Shatisha Jain. Shaurya Singh Nagar. Sheetal Chaturvedi. Shivam Sharma. Shivam Singh. Shivam Tyagi. Shivang Khandelwal. Shreya Khandelwal. Ms. Shruti Agarwal. Shubham Bansal. Shubham Pabuwal. Shubhi Rustagi. Saurabh Tripathi. Subhajit Nandi. Sudhanshu Agarwal. Sukrit Sarna. Sushant Gupta. Tanishq Goyal. Tanmay Sharma. Tanmay Dwivedi. Taru Ghia. Tarun Gupta. Tarun Singh. Ujjwal Kumar. Ujjwal Saraswat. Vaibhav Mathur. Vaibhav Sharma. Vatsal Agarwal. Vedant Khaturia. Vibhor Garg. Vidit Kulshrestha. Vinayak Gupta. Vinayak Joshi. Vipul Vaibhav. Vishal Khandelwal. Yash Nata. Aditya Tauri. Anshu Musaddi. Jatin Kumar. Meenal Agarwal. Anand Jain. Ipshit Singh. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I now present 21 candidates in virtual mode. Bobby Kushwa. Mudit Jain. Abhay Gupta. Aditya Rathi. Ashutosh. Radha Sai Rupesh Chiranji. Depesh Mishra. Harsh Mehta. Harshit Bansal. Jaswant Reddy Tokla. Jayal Bansal. Khalid Mehtab Khan. Lavi Hingorani. Mayank Chaplot. Nalamadi Shritej Reddy. Naman Garg. Raghav Jaju. Rishabh Raghuvanshi. Sangeet Joshi. Taruna Agarwal. Yogesh Agarwal. Ma'am, 11 candidates are not present in physical or virtual mode today and request that they be admitted to the degree in absentia. They, having satisfied the requirements for the said degree, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree in absentia. Thank you, ma'am.
Let the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering be presented.
I invite the head of the department, Electronics and Communication Engineering, to present the candidates.
Ma'am, I present 111 candidates in person, 21 candidates in virtual mode, and 2 in absentia, who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that each of them be admitted to the said degree. Aryaman Sharma. Abhay Kumar Jain, Abhijit Parashar, Abhijit Yadav, Abhinav Shukla, Abhishek Bansal, Abhishek Soni, Abhishek Tiwari, Abhishek Kumar Tiwari, Abhishek Yadav, Achintya Mittal, Akshita Agarwal, Aman Bhardwaj, Anand Sharma, Ans Gupta, Apurva Taneja, Arpit Kumar Mishra, Avi Kasliwal, Avish Jain, Ayush Goyal, Ayush Mahajan, Ayush Maheswari, Bhanu Agarwal, Bhanu Ailani, Bhavya Jain, Bhavya Parikh, Chappidi Vishnuvardhan Reddy, Charit Agarwal, Devdut Mitra, Dipesh Subchandani, Dev Goyal, Dhruv Gupta, Divya Gupta, Divyang Tiwari, Doleswar Raj Sunku, Govind Rathi, Harsh Baranwal, Harsh Mehta, Imani Gupta, Himanshu Somani, Hitesha Sharma, Hiya Patel, Jayesh Agarwal, Kajal Agarwal, Karthik, Karthik Singhal, Keshav Nyati, Sikhawat Keshav Kailash Chandra,
Students, there at the back, please. All of you out there, please remain seated. Please do not get restless and wait for the rest of the students to get their degrees. I request all of you at the back to please get seated and be patient, please. This is a request, please follow.
Khyati Goyal, Ashish Ashish. Mansi Mittal. Megha Gupta. Naman Mathur. Naman Tiwari. Niharika Singh. Niladri Mullik. Parag Paliwal. Parth Javalia. Priyam Bhatia. Punit Asnani. Raj Jagetia. Rishabh. Visit Sahu. Ritvik Reddy. Ritik Agarwal. Ritik Agarwal. Riya Gupta. Riya Yadav. Robin Singh. Robin Singh. Rohit Sharma. Rohit Vyas. Ronit Vairagi. Saket Khandal. Saksham Rawat. Saloni Batra. Samagra Agrawal. Samkit Jain. Sankalp Kulwal. Sarans Bankiwal. Shagun Marotia. Shivam Vivedi. Shivam Prakash Malavia. Shivam Sinha. Shreyans Jain. Shreyans Gade. Shubham Chaudhary. Shubham Kalra. Shubham Kumar Singhal. Siddhant Lodha. Siddharth Bhati. Snehal Gupta. Saurabh Kumar. Sri Sai Madhu Vinay Chaudhary. Sumedha Rana. Tanmay Khandelwal. Tanusha Agarwal. Tushar Jain. Utkarsh Ran. Vaibhav Vasisht. Yash Agarwal. Yash Bansal. Yash Barasar. Shah Yash Manoj Bhai. Yashasvi Sadhwani. Yashpal Chaudhary. Yukti Mittal. Aditya Raj. Harshit Kittora. Mehul Mehta. Yash Maheshwari. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, now I present 21 candidates in virtual mode. Ayush Baroi. Abhinav Kumar Singh. Abhinav Mandawat. Aniket Tiwari. Apurva Agarwal. Arihant Jain. Arpit Jain. Dhruvin Atulbai Patel. Gauri M. Singh. Jaladi Srivardhan. Kurapapu Khagesh Chakri. Manuj Agarwal. Mridul Pandey. Naman Sharma. Namrata Ruchandani. Neha Shukwal. Pranjal Kumar Singh. Raghav Dhamani. Swapnil Saurabh Mishra. Potineni Tarun Kumar. Vinit Jain. Ma'am, 2 candidates are not present in physical or virtual mode today and request that they be admitted to the degree in absentia. They, having satisfied the requirements for the said degree, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree in absentia. Thank you, ma'am.
Let the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering be presented.
I invite the head of the department, Mechanical and Mechatronics Engineering, to present the candidates.
Excuse me. May I make a humble request to all the students to please be seated, stay calm. We'll be through in a few more minutes. And I make a most humble request to parents, please. This is a sacred ceremony for all of us, and let's all respect the sacredness of this ceremony. So please be seated and do not force our people to let the students out. You have to stay as a part of the protocol till the end of the ceremony. So please stay till the end of ceremony and let us celebrate this momentous occasion for all of us. Thank you.
Ma'am, I present 45 candidates in person, 11 candidates in virtual mode, and 6 in absentia who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that each of them may be admitted to the said degree. Kanishk Godra. Akib Khan. Mohammad Asif Mukhtar. Abhay Sharma. Abhinav Dhaker. Abhinav Gupta. Agraj Agrawal. Aman Hussain. Aman Khan Pathan. Aman Nigam. Apurva Daga. Ashish Prajapati. Atul Khandal. Berulal Jat. Daksh Bhatia. Dipanshu Arora. Devesh Sachdev. Harsh Mundra. Himanshu Agrawal. Ishan Kumar. Jatin Agrawal. कौशिक अनुष्क अनूप, कुंदलिया खिलन प्रशांत, क्षितिज मित्तल, कुलजोत सिंह, मनीष कुमार मलकानी, मेहुल खुराना, मुस्कान तोंगरिया, नमन जैन, नितिन शर्मा, पीयूष पारिक, प्रीत जैन, ऋतिक पारिक, सात्विक गुप्ता, सिंह संदीप कुमार ओंकारनाथ, सेजल परवाल, शेविया बोरा, शुभम पत्सारिया, श्वेता दहिया, तनुज सोनी, उज्जवल सिंगल, वैष्णवी सोनी, विनय कुमार बोहरा, यशस्वी वाजपेयी, योगेश सिंह, Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, now I present 11 candidates in virtual mode. Ratnam Agrawal, Abhishek Thakur, Atunuru Mohanna Narsimha Reddy, Bhanu Sharma, Minocha Deval Vijay, Khushbu Rao, Nilay Harjani, Sangam Singh, Sarthak Didi, Shivam Sharma, Vaibhav Gupta. Ma'am, 6 candidates are not present in physical or virtual mode today and request that they may be admitted to the degree in absentia. They, having satisfied the requirements for the said degree, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they may be admitted to the said degree in absentia. Thank you, ma'am.
All the recipients of degree, please rise. I request all the recipients of the degree to please rise. All the recipients of the degree, please rise.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as chairman of the Academic Council of the LNMIT Jaipur, I do hereby admit each of the candidates present here and those online or in absentia to the degree and charge them to prove worthy of the same throughout their lives. In the capacity of Chairman, Academic Council, I strongly encourage and persuade all of you through the following exhortation. Remember that your knowledge and intellectual attainment is the most sacred wealth of the nation. You shall, therefore, use it in a manner befitting the honor and dignity of your country and of your alma mater. You shall make every effort in all circumstances to uphold the dignity of your profession and integrity of your character. You shall endeavor in every way through thought, word, and action to bring about the well-being of people. You must live a well-disciplined life. Never forget the commandment of the sacred scriptures. Thou shalt perform deeds that are commendable and no others.
All the recipients of the degree, please be seated. All the recipients of the degree, please be seated. Thank you.
I now request the Registrar LNMIIT, Dr. Renu Bapna, to present the vote of thanks.
Students, I understand the program was little long and you must be tired and must be hungry also. But please let me know honestly, you have spent 4 years here if you have done UG or 2 years if you have done PG. You really want to thank all those who have made your life in a shape, who have given their best to make your career best. So you want to thank them or not? Yes or no? Yes, so please be patient and sit quietly, because here we are acknowledging the contribution of the people who have given some guidelines, some way forward for to make your career, and also have spent days and nights to bring this function in this form to this particular event after a long work from home, studies from home set of environment. So let us wait for 5 minutes more and thank all those people who have contributed to arrange this function. Our esteemed chief guest, Acting Chairman GC, members of the Academic Council, distinguished guests, parents, members of the press, faculty, staff, and above all, heroes of the day, our graduating students. Good evening, all. This day is a very special day for the students who have successfully completed their studies. It is the occasion when the students and their parents' hard work, dedication, and sacrifices are finally recognized and rewarded at this prestigious ceremony. It is also the day when, after closing one door, continues countless other open, not automatically, but on the application of your knowledge, which you gained at LNM IIT, and sound entrepreneurial and innovative initiatives which you have inculcated during your stay in the campus. Thanks to the entire batch of Y17 UG, Y19 PG, and few additional awardees, a total of 489 receiving degrees today, out of which around 392 being present personally here and 71 being present online to receive this distinction. My heartiest congratulations to all the degree recipients, award winners, and their proud parents, former students till a few minutes ago, and formally the alumni of this institute now, because you have taken the oath. You will now extend the frontiers of this institute across the global boundaries. You leave this ceremony today with a duty to uphold the good name of the LNM IIT as a brand and your alma mater. It is our hope that whatever you do and whatever you will be doing in future, in your whole journey, it will add to the prestige of LNM IIT. We are confident about that. It is my honor and privilege to extend a vote of thanks on this August moment. First and foremost, my sincerest thanks to the chief guest of today's convocation function, Dr. Milind Tambe, Director AI for Social Good at Google Research India, and Director of Center for Research in Computation and Society at Harvard University, who graced us with his thought-provoking, inspirational address, giving us an idea of role of artificial intelligence for the social causes to handle the social events, which set a perfect platform for our passing out students to explore the future areas of learning and work. One area may be artificial intelligence now. Your illuminating words of wisdom and invaluable insights from your extensive experience in the field of AI will definitely inspire our graduating students. I'm sure that the students are immensely benefited by your valuable guidance in such a simple language, which will go a long way in transforming their character and professional career. Thank you once again, sir. We are indebted to the chairman of the governing council, Shri Prabhudas ji, for his continued patronage and encouragement. Thank you, sir, for sparing your time and having your trust on the team, which always encourages us to achieve new milestones. Thank you, sir. I also deem it privilege to extend my sincere thanks to the other honorable member of governing council who always guided us to reach the goals. I would like to thank you, our director, sir, Professor Rahul Banerjee, though he's not here because of the said demise. I thank you for his vision, leadership, and directions for taking the LNM IIT to greater heights through ambitious project Quantum Leap. The thrust behind the success of this function is his dynamic leadership, overall planning, and guidance. We take this opportunity to express our sincerest gratitude for his trust and motivation to the team. My thanks are also due to Professor Manju Dhariwal for presenting the director's report, highlighting the achievements of the year, and discharging the responsibility of director as last-minute changes in the program and gracefully managed the crisis. Thank you, ma'am. My thanks are due to the members of the AC of the LNMIIT, deans and HODs who have been the custodians of the academic glory of the institute. My thanks goes out to all our titans and committed scholars during the academic journey, the faculty who are actually the second parents of our torchbearer graduating students, who always stood by them, guided, led, and motivated them. They have not just filled the students' mind with knowledge, but ignited the passion for the chosen discipline that will endure throughout their journey. Thanks to you all. Students might be interested in acknowledging the contribution of the faculty. If so, please have a big round of applause for our faculty members. And you, the heroes of the day, wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors. And thank you in advance, since your achievements will vouch for our credibility. Thanks to Almighty for sparing us from the fear of spread of COVID-19, which made it possible to invite you on the campus. And thank you all for coming in such overwhelming numbers, along with your parents. Wish you all good luck for journey ahead. I would also like to extend a special word of thanks to the proud parents, relatives, and friends for the support you gave to them throughout their studies. You have made many sacrifices to see your child succeeds in their studies. We are very proud to celebrate the achievements of our graduates, but these achievements are actually yours too. Thank you for trusting us by leaving your wards in our care and for joining us in this celebration. And my apologies for any inconvenience caused because of the COVID constraints. I would also like to thank the media who have come to cover this convocation function, and special thanks to all distinguished invited guests who today witnessed this enthralling event and allowed us to cherish with them this joyous moment. I would now like to thank all the program administrators, lab coordinators, and administrative support staff, the silent workers behind the curtain whose in and out interaction throughout your stay have ensured that the stole on your shoulder today shines with your achievements. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for detailing. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues of LNMIIT who know their job and are result-oriented. This function would not have been possible without the magnificent alertness and support of conveners of different committees along with their team members for organizing this event with flying colors. And you should know that who have contributed in what field and how they have contributed. Supremely organized in planning, Dr. Preeti Singh, co-convener Dr. Nikhil Sharma, Dr. Sandeep Saini, and active members Dr. Anjishnu Sarkar, Dr. Gaurav Chatterjee, Dr. Varun Kumar Sharma for handling the digital coordination and live transmission of this event beautifully. Thank you, sir. Dr. Sunil Kumar, Shri Mukesh Sharma for providing IT support. Dr. Kamal Kishore Khatri and co-convener Dr. Mohit Makkar, in charge estate officer Shri Samar Singh for taking all the pains to keep the venue ready for this colorful event. Dr. Rajbir Kaur for handling all responsibilities of extending invitations and for preparation of award certificates and medals that you are touching with great pride could be completed in time. Dr. Narendra Kumar and efficient members of his team, including Rajiv Saxena, Arvind Gaud, Lalchand, for timely preparation of degrees, and their lamination. Thanks also to Dr. Nikhil Sharma and Rajiv Saxena for special efforts to arrange signatures of Chairman Governing Council timely. And Rajiv ji and Arvind ji for flawless stitching of all events through a crisp script of the convocation booklet and monitoring the movement throughout the systematic seating. Dr. Vikram Sharma for compilation of reports, speeches, and convocation brochure. Professor Manju Dhariwal for coordinating the convocation procession. Dr. Divyang Rawal arranging the beautiful stoles which you are wearing with pride. Dr. Surinder Singh Nehra, coordinator for arranging high tea cum dinner for all. Shri Girdhar Punkur for efficiently coordinating with media team and special efforts made by Dr. Raghuveer Singh Charan, Dr. Vikas Bajpayee, and Dr. Shweta Pandey in dissemination of the news. Dr. Jansi Pawar for providing medical cover. Thanks to Purchase Officer Shri Ranjan Kumar, Finance Officer Shri Ashok Salecha for attending the incidental requests for procurements and payments, and Shri Praveen Kumar Tripathi for expediting our requests. Thanks to Assistant Registrar Ajit Singh Rawat, dedicated Senior Office Superintendent Shri Ram Sarup Sharma for all-time support in overall preparation of the function and their days of sleepless nights to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. Special thanks to other silent workers of organizing team, including Ms. Suni Thomas, Deen Dayal Sen, Vishnu Jabdolia, Mukesh Bharadwaj, KK Chawla, Ashish Sharma, Moin, Lakhan, and Krishan. This function would not have been possible without the mesmerizing voice of and promptness of Dr. Usha Kanungo, who stitched various activities of this celebration in a necklace as master of ceremony with support of Dr. Joita Singha and Dr. Payal Pal. Big round of applause, please. Thanks to them for giving colors to this function and conducting the program beautifully. Thanks to the elite and showcase events for outsourced support of event management in physical and digital mode. There have been countless souls that worked relentlessly hard for the entire planning and execution at this level. I place on record my sincere thanks to each and everyone who has helped us organize this event. I wish everyone present here a lovely time and countless rewarding moments. And again, one more special thanks to students who remained silent and sit quietly during this vote of thanks, which I never expected. Thank you all. Good evening. Would just conclude with few inspirational lines for our outgoing students who are starting their new journey, which may be filled with pleasure, but sometimes it may be pressures also. So listen to these lines carefully and try to adopt these lines beautifully. जो मंजिल पाना चाहते हो तो शूलों से घबराना कैसा, जो मंजिल पाना चाहते हो तो शूलों से घबराना कैसा, क्षणिक सुखों की खातिर पथ बाधाओं से डरना कैसा, संघर्ष की ज्वाला में जलकर तुम कंचन बन जाओगे, संघर्ष की ज्वाला में जलकर तुम कंचन बन जाओगे, अंतर शक्ति के बल पर स्वर्णिम भविष्य ले आओगे, स्वर्णिम भविष्य ले आओगे। चलो नई मिसाल हो, चलो नई मिसाल हो, जलो नई मशाल हो, बढ़ो नया कमाल हो, झुको नहीं रुको नहीं, बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो, बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. So wish you all the best for your future life and good luck.
Thank you, Madam. I now request the convocation chairman to declare the convocation ceremony closed.
I hereby declare the convocation closed.
Now, let us all stand for the national anthem. As the academic procession leaves, I request all the degree recipients and the guests to please rise and keep standing and kindly wait till the procession leaves the hall. It was a pleasure to have your presence during this graduation ceremony. Congratulations to all of you. We now request you to kindly proceed for the high tea in lawns 1 and 2. Thank you.